It's 8:14 a.m. right now. We're going to try to do another experiment with the Synthstrom Deluge. Last time I tried to do an audio clip, but pressed the wrong button to close the loop. Today I'm aiming to record an even longer audio clip this time. I'll be running my Waldorf Streichfett on loop instead of jamming. So I'm going to arm the audio clip here. This is the MIDI loop that I have created. We're going to press record here to enable it. We're going to start the timer and we're going to start recording. Well, here we go. Fading in the Streichfett. So I'm going to be coming back and checking on this, and we'll just keep checking in and see how long we can go. We're at an hour. Seems like everything's good here. It appears the Deluge is doing just fine recording long audio clips. Now I have to remember when it's time to close that loop that I press the right button. We can't make the same mistake twice, can we? All right, we're at the 2 hour, 4 minutes and counting. Looks like we're still recording that audio clip. So we have passed that hour-and-a-half mark that I did in the previous video. It seems that the Deluge can handle long files just fine so far. Well, let's check in later to see how it goes. Okay, it's like a couple minutes later. I was just modifying some sounds, and now it's like sounds like it's skipping or something. So I'm just going to close the loop here and see what happens. Okay, it looks like it stopped here. Let's look at the waveform here. Looks like it recorded everything. We're just flying through it here. Zooming out. Oh wow, that goes on very far. I'm not sure why it was making that clipping sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start a little bit near the end and see if that sounds like that. Sounds fine. Let's zoom in a little. Right near the end here. So it looks like it was recording it just fine. It just started skipping at the end. That was at about 2 hours in. We're going to find that clip in Arranger. Audio 1. So we're going to go find Audio 1 in here. There's Audio 13. There's Audio 1. I'm dragging it to the top here. We're just going to insert it. Just skip around it just to see how it was preserved. Just going to keep skipping. Holding down left, right now, pressing play. We're rapidly going through. Oh, it sounds like it's recorded just fine. Let's just zoom out, and that's right near the end there. I did change the sound so you could hear a little differentiation here. So yeah, it looks like it preserved that whole thing. It works just fine. So I've decided to keep going. So I'm going to add a new audio clip here. And that's going to be recording the circuit, and I'm also running it through the MX1, a little bit of effects here. So let's get ready here and start that timer. All right, there we go. We're going to start this timer. I might try to keep going beyond this original track. And we'll find out what happens in a bit. All right, we're at an hour and 12 minutes, and it seems to have stopped the other audio track. Not really sure why, but I think I'm just going to keep going and see if this at least continues to record. We're at 2 hours, 5 minutes in on the second clip. It's going just fine. Still, again, sounds like this track just stopped playing. And sounds like it just glitched again. As you can hear, it has this kind of strange sound, kind of like a clicking sound. I think I'm going to let it continue to record. It looks like we might even going beyond the original track. Let's just see how much further we can go here. I'll be checking on this later. All right, we are nearing 3 hours, and it is still recording. We're still hearing that glitch, however. I think what I'm going to do is close the loop here. Pressing the right button this time. Now it looks like it's got a little bit more to go before it's done closing the loop. This is because I didn't set the original length to a shorter length. I think it just started at a bunch of bars. So I'm going to let this close, and we'll be back when it's done. Okay, it looks like I may have crashed. I was zooming in to see how much longer it had to go before it closed out the loop. And pretty much it is unresponsive. So we almost recorded 3 hours here, 2 hours on the other one. And maybe I just went a little too far. I shouldn't have pushed it, but I did. And it's locked up. Okay, so what happened is I put my SD card into the computer. I went to the recording clip directory and went into the temporary directory. And I found that the first sample did load. The second one was 0 bytes. So when I zoomed the display, it somehow crashed and it did not save the file. So I only had the first one. So what I did was I loaded in a blank audio clip, and browsing it, I moved it back into the clip directory. And when I go over, it says big. And if I try to load it, it just says big. It does not load it back in. So not sure exactly how I would get it back into the project if that ever did happen. In this experiment, I was trying to break it. So I guess that's what happened. So it's just not going to load. Most likely you want to keep your recordings down under 2 hours. And there's no reason personally why I would ever want to record something that long on here, but it's just fun to test it out and see how it worked. But yeah, it looks like once we get past 2 hours, it's just going to start making a kind of glitchy sound. And when we played it back, it worked fine. Now the WAV file loads fine on my computer. It's just not loading back in on a new audio clip.